If you have dreams and aspirations of being a content creator, the one big thing that you need to keep in mind is that you have to be consistent with the adventure. And the reason why I say that is because I have made the giant mistake of being inconsistent for the past few years on my TikTok. I currently have a platform of 45K. This isn't a flex. And the platform died. And why is that? Because I stopped posting. And it's so hard to get back into the rhythm of posting again because now you have to go through the entire process of trying to break chains again. And some of you guys are probably wondering, well, what do you mean by breaking chains? Simple. The very first post, for whatever reason, is going to be the hardest because you start just procrastinating it, delaying it, whatever the case is, and you just never get around to doing it. So after you make that first post, it becomes significantly easier because, like I mentioned, it just feels like you're just breaking chains. Something's weighing you down. Maybe it's just subconsciously you just don't want to. Maybe you're afraid of what people are going to say. Maybe you feel like you're a perfectionist like me to my standards. Like, I know this isn't a great video. I'm going to try to make it as good as I can, but I know that it could be significantly better, and that's also been holding me down. Some of you guys might just not know what to make content about, and my answer to that, because I just found this out recently, is you have to start just doing cool shit. Like, it sounds dumb, but that's the absolute truth. I'm sorry, I'm making videos in my car right now because I just don't got a studio or anything. And the reason why I say you need to start doing stuff is because sometimes it just becomes so much easier to make content about stuff that you are interested in. And if you just get hyper focused onto this one thing, like generally speaking, you just forget about the one thing that you're doing, which is trying to actually make a hobby you enjoy so this way you can make a living off of it. So if you're not enjoying what you're doing, stop it. Stop it. Go do something else. Get your mind off of it. And then if you want, come back and talk about that thing. Because who knows? That one thing that you're doing, let's say, for example, I'm about to go play basketball in like another day or two after I go pick up a basketball. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about it. Heck, I might even just make it a series to where I just start making these videos instead of in my car on the basketball court. Because that's what I used to love doing. Now that we have some lighting again, one thing I would mention is that if you have dreams and aspirations of being a content creator, one of the best things I could say is just post as many times as you can and try to improve one thing every single time. So in this video, in comparison to the last video, I was all over the place in the last video. I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't know what I was thinking. So instead, what I did is I made a promise to myself that in this one, I would stick to content creation in some way and try to give you guys some value. Hopefully you guys did actually enjoy this video to the point to where, you are getting some value. If you are commenting, engaging, whatever, it just helps the video get promoted. It also means a lot to me. And going beyond just that, right? Continuing with like the mistake of not being consistent is if you are not consistent, you make the damn, this is actually kind of hard to say. So if you're not consistent, you miss the opportunity to be able to make one of the lucky days. You miss. I said this in a short, and I'm trying to reword it. If you are not consistent, the biggest problem with that is that you potentially miss one of the days that could have been one of the lucky days to potentially change your life forever. And because you did not show up, you missed that opportunity. And yes, one opportunity could show up significantly. One of those opportunities could show up again soon, but just by showing up every single day, you would have had not only just that one, but another one which could have even spiked it and compounded out significantly a lot faster. Like I mentioned, I also had a platform over on TikTok. I can give you guys some of the tips that helped me grow that platform before. And as long as you guys are consistent, I promise you'll make some type of growth. However, that is as long as you put in the work and you're willing to actually do what's needed. Alex Hormozi had one of these sayings, or one of his sayings was, he gets happier the harder something is, because that means that everybody around him is going to have to fucking try. And that is the same exact logic and approach I had when I first started my platform. And the reason being is because when I started TikTok, what I did was instead of just making a basic video that was going viral like everybody else, my whole idea was to bring YouTube over to TikTok, or YouTube quality over to TikTok, because I know everybody else who was not as informed about TikTok, who never had that idea, is going to be so far behind, and I would have the competitive advantage of just quality, and people love quality. Now, I look at some of my videos now, look how far back that I was, right? And they're not up to standard. or at least up to my standards. But I'm also reposting them now because I understand that posting something is significantly better than doing nothing at all, because I would rather show up every single day, even for that one viewer who is watching me, than not show up ever again. Because not showing up ever again, one, it damages your platform, but more importantly, it kind of damages your core, because that also builds into your character. Now, obviously, like you guys know, I am recording in my car, but this is my promise to you guys. I did order a few things off the TikTok shop. I don't know how good they're going to be, but basically, they're going to be able to give me like a little equipment, like a tripod, a camera that I already had, and a better microphone and a light. So I'll be able to make videos with a little bit more quality, and that quality is going to be the standard for now on. However, I would just appreciate some feedback so I know how to make the video significantly better for you. But my promise is that I'll be here every single day that you guys are. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are interested in any more content creation tips, gaming advice, competitive gaming advice, or even just business advice, keep in mind, you have to be able to put in the work. I do have a private community that is in the description. And more than anything, I could give you guys some feedback on it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time. Tell somebody you love them, and I'll see you in the next one.